don't know if any of us will ever reach the point of thinking, wow, I found the perfect makeup product in each makeup category that helps me look my very best. So that's it, I'm done. I never have to try another makeup product again. Well, most of us will most likely continue to be curious and try new products that are deemed to be super innovative or breakthrough products for mature skin. But I have to say that I am regularly reaching for the products that I'll be applying today because they not only solve some of my major mature skin issues, but they also just plain help me look and feel my very best. So I'm excited to get ready today using these top fave regularly reach for products. Many of them are new or fairly new, but there are also a few old reliables that are part of the mix as well. So let's sit back and relax, get comfortable, and have some catch-up time together as I apply my makeup. For those of you who are visiting for the first time, welcome. And a warm welcome back to those of you who are already part of this family. My name is Elise, and I'm an over 70 working professional makeup artist who loves sharing makeup tips, techniques, and products that can not only help us look our best, but can also help us feel our best. I've already applied some old standbys on my eyebrows that include my ABH Brow Powder Duo, my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and my Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt to cover up my white and gray brow hairs. And I've also applied Makeup by Mario's Master Eye Prep and Set Eye Primer and Powder to cover up the discoloration on my eyelids and to help my eye makeup remain crease-free and smudge-proof for the entire day. Well, I have to say that I'm not the least bit happy about having fallen in love with this first product. In fact, I resisted trying it for years. But my downfall was getting a tiny free sample size. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Cream, but oh my gosh, it not only does a fabulous job of moisturizing my skin, but it also feels amazing. If I close my eyes and apply it, I almost feel like I'm getting a spa treatment. It just feels that heavenly and luxurious, and it really gives my skin a healthy, plumped up look as well as a bit of glow. If you ever want to really treat yourself, there is fortunately a mini size available in this product. There really is quite a bit of product in this sample size. If you have a sensitivity to fragrance, there definitely is some fragrance, but it's very pleasant. Since my skin is feeling very dry right now, I'm just going to add a little bit more. And as you can see, it really absorbs quickly into the skin. And by the way, this product is best for dry, combo, and normal skin. Well, have any of you experienced your eyes getting more sensitive as you've gotten older? Lately, I've had some irritation when I've used some of my eyeshadows that really never caused any issues for me before. So I'm especially loving a Clean Beauty eyeshadow palette. It was created for the brand Doll 10 by one of my absolute favorite YouTuber friends that I know many of you watch and love as well, Sherilee of Sherilee's Box of Chocolates. These powder eyeshadows are formulated with a proprietary talc-free formula, which is triple milled to achieve a silky smooth consistency. It's also formulated with mineral pigments that help create a velvet texture that really blends seamlessly. I hope this palette will never be discontinued because it not only doesn't irritate my eyes in any way, but it's also one of the most perfect color stories that I have ever found in a 9-pan palette. The shades are neutral and warm tones, and there's a perfect combination of light, mid-tone, and deep shades with 6 mattes and 3 shimmers. Including a very light shade as well as a deep gray black shade in this palette is brilliant because it makes it extremely versatile. In fact, I never have to reach for another eyeshadow palette in order to complete my eyeshadow look. I'm going to start with the lightest shade called Good and apply it all the way across my eyelids. So I would love to hear what you're going to be up to this summer. We don't have any major travel plans, but we are going to be doing some really fun excursions to various places. Now I'm going to combine Faithful and Joyful and use them in my crease and above my crease. This is Joyful and Faithful is in the far right on the top row. We're going to be heading down a couple of times this summer, once in July and I guess actually once in September, to one of our favorite places. It's in Spring Green, Wisconsin, which is about 4.5 hours away from us, which is a beautiful part of the country because the glaciers didn't reach down that far. So it's just beautiful rolling hills. Gorgeous. But the reason we go down there twice a year is to go to plays at the American Players Theater. It's an outdoor theater, which is just gorgeous. We're going to see The Merry Wives of Windsor and then another play that I'm not familiar with called Fallen Angels. I'm going to apply a small amount of the deepest brown shade called Temperate on the outer corner of my eyelids and my crease area. We also plan to go see a performance of Grease at a local dinner theater that is amazing. It's been in existence since 1968. It's about 20 minutes away from us, and it's the nation's biggest dinner theater. And believe it or not, I have marked September 12th on my calendar for a very special event, and that is the premiere of Downton Abbey, the grand finale. It's the last Downton Abbey movie. We absolutely love that series, and I imagine a number of you did as well. And on TV right now, we're enjoying Miss Austen, which is about Jane Austen's older sister and what she did to preserve Jane's memory. It stars Keeley Hawes, who we absolutely loved in the Durrells of Corfu, if any of you saw that series. Now I'm going to turn off the camera for just a moment and I'm going to apply my eyeliner and my mascara, and I will be right back. I use the deepest shade in the eye palette for my liner across my upper lids, and then I use the shades that I use for my crease on the outer 1/3 under my bottom lashes. And this mascara is the one I'm absolutely loving from the drugstore brand Versed. Now we'll move on to the face, where I'll be combining two different products. The first is the B12 base thinner from the brand One Size, and the other product is Makeup Forever's HD Skin Hydra Glow Foundation. Now I have to say that I was not thrilled with this foundation when I initially tried it, because the formula is a bit thicker than I usually prefer. As you can see, it's fairly thick and just very slightly running down the back of my hand. But when I combine these two products, the One Size product thins out the Makeup Forever foundation just enough so that it doesn't look the least bit heavy or cakey on my skin. And it also feels lightweight, which I love. It's an oil-free pearlescent mixing medium that's specifically made to mix with any foundation. This means that we can customize the coverage and the finish of our foundation. We can also brighten our skin, since its ingredient of vegan crushed pearls creates a lovely soft glow. It also has a water-based formula that grips the skin and helps prevent our foundation from breaking down, which translates to longer foundation wear time. We can create sheer radiant coverage by adding 2 pumps to our foundation, a natural radiant coverage by adding 1 pump to our foundation, and full coverage with light radiance by adding half a pump to our foundation. I'm going to mix 1.5 pumps of this product with the Makeup Forever foundation to thin it out and create a lovely soft glow. And I think you can even see as I'm just touching it on that it's a much thinner formula this way. And I think you can also see some of the glow that it's creating. But it is amazing how it feels. It just feels incredibly lightweight. And it just looks like it melds right in with my skin. This One Size base thinner is really an innovative product. Next, I'm going to tap on my Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer over my age spots. And I have a few things going on up on my forehead as well. Up until I found out and tried this base thinner from One Size, I frankly thought that this Makeup Forever foundation would just sit unused in my makeup drawer, but that's definitely not the case now. While I was upstairs applying my eyeliner and the mascara, I also decided to handle my under eye darkness. I went ahead and used a different product on each eye, and we'll see if we can really tell a difference. On my right eye, I went with my Bobbi Brown corrector in the shade Light Bisque, and over it I applied my Kosas Brightening Concealer in shade 1.5. Under my left eye, I applied my Doll 10 Luminous Under Eye Corrector in the shade Rose Quartz, and over it I also applied the Kosas Concealer. Let's take a close-up look under the eyes and see if we notice any difference. This is the Bobbi Brown side, and this is the Doll 10 side. And I was going to try a new brush that's been on my wish list for a long time to apply my concealer, but I went ahead and just tapped it in with my fingers. The brush is the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy Brush A506. What I love about this brush is how soft it is and the angle, so it's really easy to get under that eye area. And I also purchased the Nikki LaRose N16 brush, which is for concealer as well. Both of these brushes are from BK Beauty. Before we move on, I hope you'll tap that thumbs up button if you're enjoying today's video, and tap that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Thank you. Those of you who have seen some of my previous videos won't be surprised at all by the contour stick I'm using. It's the Westman Atelier Face Trace in the shade Biscuit. I just purchased the larger size of this product during the Sephora sale, so I'll use the larger size under my cheekbones, along my jawline, and on the top of my forehead. I'll use a smaller mini size that allows more precise application for my nose contour. I can't get over how much I love this foundation. It may become my new favorite with this base thinner added to it. I can really feel the skincare ingredients in it. This little pocket here of a jowl, so I always like to get a little bit extra here. I'm down to the very end of this smaller mini size, so I hope it doesn't fall out of the container. And I'm just going to brush this up. You want to always bring your contour up toward your eyebrows. And this is my Makeup by Mario F4 brush that has a foundation brush on one side, and I like to use the other side for my contour. The blush combination I'm going to use has turned out to be one of my favorites. It's a combination of the Haus Labs blush in the shade Glassy Lilac with the Saie Beauty Glow Sculpt cream on top of it as my highlighter. Haus Labs is a clean beauty brand, and these blush balms create a really beautiful glassy finish. They're infused with goji berry complex, which makes the skin look plumper, and they're also formulated with 70% skincare actives that boost skin hydration. And one of the things I love most about this Haus Labs blush is how easily it melts into the skin, which makes it almost foolproof to apply. And the word glassy in the name is really accurate, since it's not the least bit dewy, heavy, or sticky. Instead, it creates a beautiful sheer veil of color that doesn't accentuate any lines, which is why I love it for mature skin. Not surprisingly, I have the shade Glassy Lilac, but it comes in many other shades. I'm just going to take some directly from the applicator on my brush. Then I'm going to tap the brush on the back of my hand just so I get an even amount of blush. And I'm just going to apply it directly and just see how that works too. I normally don't do that because I want to make sure I don't get too much blush. And I think you can see the glassy quality from the blush on the back of my hand. And hopefully you'll also see it on my cheeks. And because this melts so evenly into the skin, I think from now on I'll use my brush and tap it onto the product in the applicator and just apply that directly to my skin. The Saie Beauty Glow Sculpt Cream is a beautiful blush highlighter hybrid that not only is moisturizing but also has micro pearls which create some gorgeous glow. It beautifully melts into the skin to create a really soft, diffused look. It comes in 5 shades, and I'm going to use Pink Glow. And for this, I'm just going to tap it on with my fingers. And let's compare sides. This is the side where I just applied this Saie Beauty product, and this is the side with just the blush. Now you still can see some glow from just the blush, but I think you can see how much the Saie Beauty product adds. And we'll apply just a little bit right on top of that. To keep my lipstick from feathering, which is a real issue for me, I'll first apply my Doll 10 lip liner in the shade Starlight over concealer that I've already applied around my lips. And I've found that matte lipsticks from Catrice do a wonderful job of preventing my lipstick from migrating. It's a wonderfully soft and comfortable matte formula that really glides on easily. I'll apply the shade 60, which is the light pink shade Good Intentions, first, and over it I'll apply shade 80, which is a lilac tinge pink called Casually Overdressed. These lipsticks don't feel like matte lipsticks at all because they glide on so easily. They have a lot of wonderful softening ingredients in them. This next lip product is from Fenty Beauty, and it's their Gloss Bomb Stix. They've recently come out with a shade extension of shimmery colors, which I am all about. And I have two of them, which I love. Flamingo Fling, which is a gorgeous shimmery pink, and Icy Amethyst, which is a gorgeous shimmery lilac. Here's what it looks like with just the pink shade applied, and I'm going to apply a little bit of the shimmery lilac over it. And here are swatches of all these products. And just for the pure fun of it, I'll apply the Extreme Lip Gloss from Essence in the shade Sparkling Purple on top. So here we have our final look. These are some of my absolute top favorite makeup products that I'm reaching for more and more often, and they're especially wonderful for mature skin. And I hope you'll share any top favorites you've recently discovered in the comments section below. Until next time, I wish you good health and happiness, and I hope you have a really fabulous rest of your day. Take care.